Come get it with I Got It. The Oscar goes to, in Quebec Startups, MIA at the MWC. Welcome to Episode 5 of BCTV Weekly Update. Hi, I'm here with Jace Cornway of Real Ventures, our weekly commentator. So what's going on at Real this week?
Hi, Christina. This past week's been a good one. A lot of good news. Companies are doing well. Nutman House is buzzing. We're preparing for the new Founder Fuel cohort. 11 companies, over 30 entrepreneurs. So we're looking at. I mean, Nutman House is going to be crazy. It's already pretty full right now, so it's gonna crack. We rearranged the lounge as well to make room for people. So very, very exciting right now.
So what's a startup that we should be looking at this week?
This week I want to talk about iget.it. So iget.it is a company we funded in the fall, and it's a similar play to fab.com, but where the curation of products is actually done by professional curators. A lot of it is electronics, some furniture, and then they negotiate a special deal with a company and offer that to their membership. But you guys should definitely check it out. They are hiring as well, looking for people in e-commerce. The website is iget.it.
Fast Company recently launched an article that talked about the lean versus a not so lean company. What do you think about that, JS?
If you look at Eric Ries, he's a super smart guy, great guy, and his lean startup strategies is, in my view, one of the extremes. So it focuses on product, and you build a product, you launch it, you get feedback from the customer, and then you use that feedback to reiterate. I think that's a great way to build one type of business, but not all types of business. Now, you can apply this concept to the building of a great company. Like, our approach is more agree on the vision, figure out a big vision, and then develop a plan, which can be a lean startup plan, to prove that vision. So you break it down in different milestones and steps, and then you maximize the use of capital and resources to get to the following step, which in most cases will increase the value of your company and allow you to fund your business further. Now, in a market like Montreal, where access for capital is still quite difficult to scale a business, you need to make sure that your go-to-market strategy is a lean startup go-to-market strategy. And what I mean by that is, mostly for a business-to-business company, you need a product. You need a go-to-market strategy that incorporates the product in the strategy itself. So, I'll give you a good example. Ripple, it's an enterprise play. All the revenue they generate, they sell at the C-suite, the CEO level, chief, the CFO level. But just one individual in the company can use a product and gain value for it. So by structuring their product that way, they get employees in the company to become champions for them and help them sell to the C-suite. And that's what companies have to do here. And that's what I call a lean startup go-to-market strategy. And I believe that's what the Montreal-based company need to do to build scalable business, get traction, and get interest from the VCs, the guys that come after us.
JS, before we let you go, is there anything else we need to know? What's happening in town?
Sure. So, this is a bit further out, but everyone should save the date, May 23rd. So, I don't know if you guys remember, in March last year, we organized an event with C100, Inovia, and BDC called Accelerate Montreal, where we brought people from the Valley to come to Montreal, talk about their experience, meet the next generation of entrepreneurs. So we had over 500 people at the event last year. So we're doing it again this year. It's going to be on May 23rd. But we're also combining it. So it's going to be a super day. In the morning, we're going to do the Founder Fuel Demo Day, which we did in November 8th. And then in the afternoon, we're going to do Accelerate Montreal, followed by a cocktail party afterwards. So it should be a pretty cool day, if you ask me. And then it's the same. That event occurs on the same week as the CVCA. So there should be a lot of investors in the room of both events for entrepreneurs looking to mingle with money guys.
So there's a lot of exciting things happening in May in Montreal. So book your tickets if you're not already here, and we'll see you all there.
All right?
Thanks, JS. Great talking to you as always.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm here with Jean-Nicolas Delage of Faskin Martineau, who is, in my opinion, the IP go-to guy in North America. Hey, Jean-Nic, how's it going?
Great. Yourself, Christina?
I'm fine, thanks. So today we're going to play a little bit of Oscars, kind of the best dress, worst dress, and we're going to look at the best dress, worst dress behaviors of some of the startups around here. So, Jean-Nic, who are some of the worst dressed?
I think the worst dress in terms of IP behavior is those companies, and there are a few of them, for who the IP strategy is not an integral part of the business strategy. And it has to be in this day and age. And some people out there don't focus on IP and maybe will rely on myths to take certain decisions. Like, for example, technology evolves too rapidly in my field, so I don't need to patent anything, or I'm not going to be able to defend my patents, so I'm not going to take them, which is sort of a mistake.
Now that we've looked at what not to do, what are some best behaviors out there?
The best behavior is when IP strategy is an integral part of your business strategy, when your competitive intelligence program has a patent watch component to it, so that when you do go into business, you do understand who your competitors are, what's good and bad about their products, but also what's their IP like. Do they have patents? Are patents important in your ecosystem? And then once you've looked at all of that, you can devise your patent strategy and hopefully generate value for you, your shareholders, your VCs, including your VCs.
Could you give me a good example of this good behavior?
I have a client, again, 2 engineers that went into business, created this great piece of software, and they had done everything that I just described under our startup program, so that when they got out to do their second round of financing, they were able to map out exactly what their IP strategy was, how they use open source, why in their case it's not a big issue. Everything was on a spreadsheet, every open source library, every open source module to which license it's attached. And when the VCs get that, it's to us, in that particular case, it was a huge differentiator where the VC said, wow, their IP strategy is extremely well laid out. And they told my client that one of the reasons they decided to invest in him was the quality of their IP strategy. So sometimes it does bring value, and it can be a differentiator, excuse me for my English, that may work out very well for the company.
Thanks, Jean-Nicolas. I bet you a lot of startups out there didn't know that, so you might be getting quite a few calls this afternoon. It's been great chatting with you, and we'll be speaking with you again soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Christina. Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Crossing over the Atlantic to Barcelona, Chris Arsenault from Arsenault Capital recaps the MWC, the Mobile World Conference 2012. Hi, Chris. How's it going, and who's there?
Hi, Christina. So I'm here in Barcelona at the World Mobile Conference. Quite crazy. There's over 60,000 people attending from everywhere around the world. We have people from every possible sector because, as you know, as well as I do, mobility and connectivity now touches our lives in every possible way. Some of the main attractions, if you want, other than some of the most amazing keynote speakers, including Eric Schmidt yesterday, that provided an overview of his view of technology. It was he's an amazing speaker. It was a great speech.
Hey, Chris, salut.
We have little friends from Quebec.
Who are you
so
talking to?
they're live on TV,
Okay.
on BCTV.
Excellent.
So these are the guys from Neuralytics.
Great show.
So they're at the conference. They've been here a few years, actually. A big part of their business is done with mobile carriers.
So, Chris, is there a strong Quebec or Canadian presence over there?
There's a few Quebec companies. I would love to see more Quebec companies. I think on average we had a dozen. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity. We're right in the heart of Europe. 60,000 people, corporate executives, consumers, distribution partners, channels. This is definitely the place to set up meetings. The two portfolio companies that we have that are here, one had over 28 meetings pre-scheduled, and the other one had 16 meetings scheduled for a 48-hour. So quite impressive. Hopefully, our technology companies in Quebec are going to also be more implicated and be part of the annual conference next year.
Well, that's it for this week. But before you go, I know it's a couple of months away, but keep the end of May open for Accelerate Montreal, Founder Fuel Demo Day, and the CVCA Conference. Thank you for visiting VCTV, and come back again real soon.